The interwar period between World War I and World War II lasted just over 20 years, showing the lack of effectiveness Versailles had on maintaining peace. The Russian Empire was engulfed and collapsed into a new nation, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, or the USSR, led by Lenin, who would die a few years into his reign and be replaced by Joseph Stalin. Stalin sought to industrialize the Soviet Union. The 1920s became known as the Roaring Twenties for its economic success, with the middle class actually having disposable income. During this time, the United States also went through its Prohibition period for roughly a decade. This economic success was offset by the 1930s, when the stock market crashing combined with a drought in the central United States caused a Great Depression throughout the 1930s. The United States unemployment rate rose to 25%. While hitting every country on Earth, certain countries got hit worse than others. Germany, for example, which had been trying under democracy since the end of World War I, was getting economically devastated by the Depression. Additionally, they had to slow down reparation payments to the Allies to stem the economic tide. France and Belgium responded to this by occupying a region in Germany called the Ruhr and taking the production of goods from there. The German people, already humiliated by their defeat in the First World War, saw the Allies as putting salt on an already very painful wound. This led to fascism in Germany. Other European countries, including Spain and Italy, would also turn to radical social political ideologies due to the economic downturn. In Spain specifically, the nation split in two and entered a civil war in 1936 between the fascists and the communists. Mussolini rose to power in Italy after promising a great return to the Roman Empire, and Hitler subsequently was appointed chancellor by Paul von Hindenburg, the general from World War I, who was at that time the president of Germany. In the Far East, Japan began invading China, seeking resources and a large empire. The West imposed oil sanctions and embargoes on them that forced them to make a choice between heading home with a signed peace or escalating the war, and we know which they chose. Hitler's Germany started to push the Allies in Europe around by annexing Austria and parts of Czechoslovakia, with the Allies' response being one of appeasement, wanting to avoid another total war. The economic instability, rise of radical ideologies, and finally, unhealed wounds from the First World War would be the three large causes that would spiral the world into another, more deadly war. That is the interwar period. Please like and subscribe for more.